What's up, Lycari Army? PTR Season 27 patch dropped yesterday for Diablo 3, and I thought I'd drop a quick video to show you how the Angelic Crucibles work, for this season. So this is pretty much this season's theme, and what the Angelic Crucibles do is they essentially make your one item. You can only have one sanctified item equipped ever at any time, and what they do is they turn your item into a primal. Only the stats on that weapon are at random, so you might have you'll have the ability to reroll them multiple times with the Angelic Crucibles, and they give you another legendary affix on top of whatever item it is that you choose to sanctify. So let's dive into what they look like. So this is how they're gonna drop, and they'll have this nice shiny angelic beam, if you like. And that's what they'll look like when they're on a weapon. And so we've got one equipped here. The same there as well. As I say, you can only have one equipped at a time. So I couldn't sanctify this Rabid Strike and equip both. Literally one. But you can do it on any item. You know, your amulet. Pretty much anything. Amulet, ring. But obviously you're going to want it on another multiplier, I'd imagine. I've seen most people. Weapon's probably going to be best. And I've actually seen people use it on Squirt's necklace, which is probably no good shout, as that's a huge multiplier. And yeah, so let's dive into actually using it. So we're going to right click it, click on our Rabid Strike, boom. It gives us some random maxed primal stats. And so here we've got damage, flat base damage, dexterity, crit hit damage, and reduced all resource. And the new legendary affix it's given us on top of the one that weapon already had is the target of your 7-sided strike is barrages spiritual punches for 15 seconds. Now, hopefully, as you can tell by my screen, I've got a wave of light build going on. So that's going to be completely useless to me. It means I'd have to re-roll it. But we can re-roll it as many times as we want. So we click on our Angelic Crucibles again. Re-roll. We get some new stats. So you can see now we got area damage on our stats, and we got the Wave of Light affix that we need. So the Wave of Light affix, what that does is casting Wave of Light now summons a bell at a target location. That deals damage when the caster attacks the bell, and up to 7 bells can be active at one time. Guys, this is insane. So basically, we can lay 7 bells down with this legendary affix. And then if we use our Cyclone Strike with the Wave of Light build that's been around for the last, millennia. Bang. You see all that AoE damage? It's absolutely insane. So I right click, I Cyclone Strike, and it activates all those bells doing massive AoE. Now, I know what you're thinking. You might be thinking, well, there should be some other builds maybe that are would be more OP with this legendary affix, surely. Why aren't you using the Samwuko 6-piece, for instance, where you get the clone of you, which taunts all the enemies and then explodes? Well, I tried it, and when the clone spawns and it taunts on the enemies and then explodes on top of these bells, it does absolutely nothing. So it seems as though, you need to hit them with some sort of ability for them to actually activate. And for example, I can't drop a bell on top of a bell. That doesn't work either. So you have to hit them with an ability for them to actually go off. There are some exceptions though, which is quite strange. So if I'm surrounded by mobs and my scoundrel is hitting, say, a mob standing where I am near the bells right now, and the scoundrel's aiming for them, if the scoundrel ability hits the bells, it does actually activate them, which I found very interesting. But yeah, I don't want to go too much into it. This is meant to be about the Angelic Crucibles, so we'll leave it there. I'll have some videos out soon with the monk build in full in action, and I'm going to dive into the wizard build and maybe the Necro and Crusade if we have time. But until then, guys, I hope this showed you how the Angelic Crucible works. And I'll see you guys in the next dimension.